Hello, my name is Gina Wells, and I am a graduate student here at OSU studying international agriculture. I want to start today by discussing the organization that I've chosen, which is a nonprofit 501c3. It's a charitable public charity, and the name of the organization is Palmetto Medical Initiative, and the home office is located in Charleston, South Carolina. The organization has sites abroad in Uganda, Burundi, and Nicaragua. Palmetto Medical Initiative is considered to fall into two subsectors: health services and international foreign affairs. The health subsector is the largest of all nonprofit sectors, including hospitals, health centers, blood banks, and disease organizations. International and foreign affairs encompasses organizations who work internationally and focus on community development and relief programming. The majority of work done by Palmetto Medical Initiative is done in a medical clinic setting and offers outpatient services and health analysis in the international community. The mission of PMI is to transform communities by improving the quality of accessible health care through a model of empowerment and sustainability. Palmetto Medical Initiative is really revolutionizing their approach to medical intervention in the developing world by moving beyond relief to achieve long-term improvements in health. Regarding the vision of Palmetto Medical Initiative, their vision is to see impoverished communities across the world take ownership in a sustainable healthcare model so that they may become empowered to bring about long-term change and tangible improvements in quality of life. A little bit of the history of Palmetto Medical Initiative. It was founded in 2008. It was conceived by Matt Alexander, who is a veteran nonprofit leader, and Dr. Ed O'Brien, a physician and longtime medical missions director. Both Matt and Ed had a deep passion for global medical missions and a ton of experience, and united in their belief that they would be able to treat underserved populations in a unique way. They decided to organize a diverse group of collaborators and supporters to form what now is Palmetto Medical Initiative and create an opportunity to test out their vision. The pair took their first team to Uganda for a site visit in 2009 and were overwhelmed by the apparent health care needs facing communities on the ground. By combining the resources available through globally minded churches, universities, organizations, and individuals, PMI Uganda, which is its own nonprofit in the country of Uganda, was recognized later that year. Through implementing a successful and sustainable medical clinic on the ground in Uganda, Palmetto Medical Initiative has been able to spread its wings into other valued communities across the world. The overall purpose of the organization is that it exists to provide quality, affordable health care to people in need. That's it. It's simple as that. Just to give you a little bit of information regarding the staff structure of the organization, PMI has some of the best and brightest in their respective fields that are driving the initiatives that they have forward as they forge new frontiers and new partnerships across the world. All of the staff are very different, but in the same way they work hard, they have big hearts, and they are fully committed to seeing their friends and communities across the world benefit from quality health care that hopefully will be readily available in their own communities one day. Mainly there are 4 U.S.-based staff: Matt Alexander, Mike O'Neill, Tyler McCoy, and Katie McKenzie, and each of these hold different forms of leadership in the organization. There's an executive director, director of international projects, director of operations, and also the director of volunteers. In each of the international sites there are staff, and there's a wide range of different positions that the international staff do hold, whether it be nursing staff, physicians, clinical officers, lab assistants, groundskeepers, night guards, project coordinators, business development officers, accountants, and also project administrators are all on the field, whether it be in Uganda, Burundi, or Nicaragua. The organization does have a board of directors here in the U.S., and it is part of what holds the organization together. The board is required to be involved in volunteer work abroad in each of their clinic sites, while also committed to working locally here in the U.S. with the executive director, with the director of operations, and making decisions, plans, and adjustments to the organization's programming. The board of directors does include 3 MD physicians, a lawyer, a minister, a dermatologist, and also 2 accountants. Palmetto Medical Initiative has many partners. It ranges anywhere from Peace Corps, the Citadel is a partner of theirs, the band Need to Breathe is a partner and advocate for them as they tour the country and do concerts. In addition, Medical University of South Carolina, St. Michael's Church in Charleston, South Carolina, USAID is one of their partners, Water Missions International. They have a long list of partnerships that some are financial contributors, while others are giving reviews throughout the year as to what they hope, what they have seen on the field as they've gone to volunteer, and how they can give input back to the staff in future development of programming. If you would ever consider working with this organization in a volunteer capacity, I want to describe to you what it looks like to be a volunteer with them. First of all, this organization looks for hardworking individuals. They also are looking for people who believe that change is possible, not just for a week or 10 days, which is typically what a medical trip runs, but for a lifetime. Palmetto Medical Initiative's short-term medical teams are a vital component of their long-term approach to improving the quality of healthcare in their communities. About 4 times a year, Palmetto Medical Initiative sends teams of medical and non-medical volunteers to serve the communities surrounding their project sites in Central America and East Africa. During the development phases of their medical centers, these teams provide consistent care to the region, and they build a foundation of quality care. And in turn, volunteers are advocates for the clinic as it is in process of taking shape. Once the medical center is in operation, volunteer teams then can go back and support the centers through continuing to provide quality care, training, and patient referrals. So Palmetto Medical Initiative's short-term trips paved the way for the success of their long-term projects, while leaving no volunteer the same upon their return home. A couple of details regarding the income structure and budget of this organization. PMI is funded mainly through individual donors, churches, and medical networks. Donors contribute money to specific projects or general donations, and then the organization has accountants who handle all of the finances, all of the budgeting, salaries, and distribution of funds to the international nonprofits established in their sites abroad. When you partner with Palmetto Medical Initiative financially, you can give in confidence knowing that your donation is propelling and allowing them to grow. 100% of your donation will go toward their goals of improving the quality of accessible health care across the globe, whether that is through direct project implementation, mobilization of stateside volunteers, or enabling their staff to continually move their initiative forward. One of the things that is unique about the organization and why I am drawn to it is I had the chance to meet the director and the director of volunteers of the organization last year, and I grew to understand their passion for service in the nonprofit sector and their desire to connect people locally with the vision and the mission of the organization internationally. My experience working in management and leadership over the last 10 years in the nonprofit sector has really helped me to ask questions to the staff of this organization in hopes to gather a deeper understanding of the mission and what is at the heart of who they are. And as I've repeatedly asked them questions and tried to gather information, I really have just enjoyed learning about how they function here locally at their Charleston, South Carolina office, and also how they function abroad with their local staff, their international staff, helping to build and sustain these medical clinics, and they're becoming sustainable. I really respect the goals the organization has and how it seems like no matter who their funders are, who their donors are, who their supporters are, they never lose sight of the mission, of who they are and what it is that they hope to do. And so with that, I leave you with a couple of thoughts on my Prezi. You can check that out. There are some pictures of the organization and some of the people that were able to serve alongside of them. Thank you.